What you need a lawyer
Very
for?
important and very lucrative. I entered into a partnership with Ava Jerome, and now I need to extricate myself from it.
Oh, Lord.
I need to sever all ties with Ava,
Yeah,
but it has
make
to be
it
legal
worse.
and it has to be airtight. And Ava can't know anything about it until the very last possible moment.
You're a gorgeous woman, Ava. The last time I got this close, you slapped me. I don't want to overstep again.
Maybe that's a risk you ought to be willing to take.
Well. It worked.
Any tables by the pool?
Mm-hmm.
So, actually, there's a bunch of obnoxious teenagers up there right now. Why don't we just go to the lake? Sure. Great.
So Scout really loves her dance classes, so I thought it would be fun if Kristina, Molly, and I took her to New York to see the ballet. And I believe she has the second Friday in September off from school, and I thought that would be a great time to take her. With your permission, of course.
Yeah, that would have been so nice. Yeah, but Scout already has plans that weekend. I'm taking her to D.C. to visit schools for when we move.
Lexus girl. Hello neighbors. Welcome back to the channel. Happy Thursday. Let's get into today's General Hospital review. Okay, so today Slick Rick spent most of his day going around at the hospital getting signed papers for anyone who he thinks would be a great character witness for Willow, you know, her case coming up. So he's just there, busy talking up a storm with Elizabeth, getting papers signed from this person and that person. And they're standing there talking, and then voila, Ava comes in. She spots them from a corner. And you know, I already know the jealousy fireworks that's going off in her eyes, right? And all of a sudden, Ava comes over, interrupts them for a moment, and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry that I interrupt you, but I'm looking for my nephew." Like nobody don't know who your nephew is. You looking for Lucas? Yes, I'm looking for Lucas because apparently he ain't gonna be staying with Carly, but he'll go over there and stay with his auntie Jerome, Ava Jerome's place. Yeah. Okay. Anywho, she's there to leave the garage key for him because she didn't get a chance to give it to him, and she don't see him anywhere around. Really, you see Slick Rick, the man that you want, over there flirting around with the woman that he wants. So then Liz accepts the key, says she has some patients to go take care of. She was like, I'll give it to Lucas when I see him. So she walks away, and then Rick looks at Ava like, oh, well, long time no see. Sir, it's a small town. What you mean long time no see? Ain't you supposed to be her man? She pretty much was saying, yeah, what happened? You miss me? And he's like, we haven't spent any time together lately. She's like, well, that's a funny way. What she say is that you show it funny, like you don't call me or text you or try to have it time or date with me or anything. You just go about your business most of the time. So Rick is like, well, it's hard to come see you because of your nephew crashing your place. Now, he did say weeks. Now, apparently, we already did time jump already. See, this is what I'm talking about with the time jumps. He said weeks. Your nephew been crashing at your place for weeks. Damn, it's been that far? Any other time, we're stuck in a day for like 3 days. Now, all of a sudden, weeks. I'm just going to point that out there. He said weeks, okay? So she's like, well, I'm going to the pool right now. You could come with me. It's a nice hot day. Maybe we could spend the day together. This man goes and says, oh, no. He looks to see where Elizabeth is, and he's like, I have this case for Willow to get started that I'm working on, so I gotta spend a lot of time here getting paperwork done. So he's like, maybe I'll catch up with you later. And she was like, oh, okay, all right, well, you're lost. And then she leaves out. She went to go walk away And he leaned in to give her a kiss, but then that's when Elizabeth came with Thomas. Oh, I said it would be somebody will agree to be a character witness or some crap, and he just had this awkward moment, so he didn't even complete the kiss. So yeah, that right there sent Ava to a hellspin, and when she ran off to the little corner and texted Cody to meet her at the pool, and that's what happened. Child, Drew got a death wish. Okay, my guy is feeling himself so bad that he went up to Sidwell, Papa Smurf. He summoned Papa Smurf to a meeting to tell him that he needs some good juicy tea on either Michael or Sonny handed over, because he got a mission to go get Willow her kids back. Now, you don't know, Drew, that you are talking things over with the man who made that happen. He the one who paid the judge. But you don't know this. So you're at this man and you're telling him that you need some evidence against Sonny or Michael or something real good to shake it all up so Willow can get her kids back. And Sidwell over here telling me something, oh yeah, I would love to help you, but I can't. Excuse me, Papa Smurf, you can't do what now? You can't give him a dog, any type of bone, nothing? No, he stands firm. He like, yeah, listen, I hear what you're saying. It's tragic what you're going through, but I can't help you. So then Drew just turns on to the evil Drew. He's like, okay, I tried to ask you, but I'm telling you, if you don't get this done, I can make your life 1,000% worse. I'm like, what? Wait, so Papa Smurf leaned over, so now you're threatening me? Yeah, Papa. He trying you real hard in your face. Pow-pow. But before they could finish answering that, Lucy Cole, wonderful timing, she popped up, interrupted the whole stare off. And she had a meeting. She wanted to see Sidwell about something. So then Drew hurry up and excused himself and said, oh no, you can have him. Just think about what I said, Sidwell. And gave him a look and just floated on. Sir, you don't know you are a dead man walking. It's about damn time. We finally get an episode where Laura is summoning Jordan to get some kind of update. She like, it's been weeks. However, for them, it should have been months, right? But anyway, she said it's been weeks. Have you got anything we could use against Sidwell? And Jordan is now taking that step back and thinking, nope. Yeah, exactly. Laura's like, all this time? Yeah, instead Jordan is going on, I just can't find anything that's illegal, even anything that's kind of out the way for me to be able to say maybe this. I just got a bunch of speculations, and I'm not coming up with anything. Meanwhile, she talking about the perks that she get in the pay is triple the time that she made where anywhere, and she loving the job because it gives her a challenge. Jordan, did you forget what the hell job you supposed to be doing right now? Because it seemed like it. She goes on and tells Laura the only way I could get Sidwell to trust me a little bit more is if I could, give a good fight and let him know that I don't scare if crimes pop up or if anything illegal will come across my way because of my crimes. I gotta seem like I'm true to the game. She did let Laura know, but Marco seems to be always in closed door meetings with his dad. I really think we should be looking at Marco as well. Finally, that's the only freaking piece that you got for Laura, is we should be definitely keeping an eye on Marco Polo. Thanks, Jordan. Lucy busted up on Sidwell to let him know about some deception business. However, he was like, oh, okay, great. We could discuss that when Jordan gets here. She gives a side eye and was like, oh, Jordan coming? I didn't know she was attending as well. I thought, it was just me and you. And he was like, oh, yes, why? She's like, I just was hoping for a little bit, intimate meeting with you. He gives a chuckle and says, oh, I wouldn't, I'm not the type of gentleman to presume. And she tells him to pursue away. Yes. I mean, sir, you can see it all over her that she been wanting you for months now. I mean, you playing hard to get, she playing way too easy. Just make it happen already so we get something to occupy her time, please. So once Jordan shows up, that's when she lets them all know. First, she had to make sure that Jordan wasn't compelled to tell anyone by law. And she made it very well known. No, I'm under Sidwell NDA, and that is it. I owe no one else anything, so you could tell on. So then she goes and opens her forbidden mouth. Yeah. That voted meeting that they had at the Quartermaines the other day with Maxie, Lucy done told this man the whole damn thing. Why are you spilling tea with them? She told them that something came up with deception, financial records. She didn't drop no names, but Sidwell was dropping the names, so we all sitting there at the table like, yeah, we know it's him. We ain't got to say his name out loud. Okay, boom. She goes and says, we all took a vote to see if we should turn this evidence in or just lay low. And so the majority won, and we're going to stay low. So Sidwell goes and asks the question, and I don't know why the hell she answered, but he's like, oh, just for curiosity, who voted against it? None should have been the answer, but instead she says, me and Tracy, which you think it, in Brooklyn voted to stay low, and Maxie voted to say something because, you know, her father is the police messenger, and you know, she just would feel guilty about holding in or something like that. Lucy, you just put either hit on her head, or he gonna be looking at y'all three dummies for voting against it. Anna is no dummy, okay? She showed up at the pool today with Outback to act like she couldn't leave Outback in the place either, though, I mean, at the end of the episode we saw that HOA is real gangsters. So she brought Outback to the pool, screaming at Emma and Gio about she has to go to work, so we can't leave Outback there. Somebody has to take her. Emma brings up this excuse that she got a lecture to go to, so she can't take the dog. Of course, Gio's like, well, I am at work. Awkward. I can't take the dog, and so is not even here today, so he can't do it. So they convinced her, and they like, well, I mean, you are the police commissioner. You can take the dog. Who's going to tell you no? So she gives them a look and walks away, and was like, okay, just this one time. Gio busted no, she said, before she walked away, she said, so I'll see you after the lecture, right? She's like, I have to clean up and something, so I'll be there a little later. She looked at Gio, and he was like, oh, I'm going to the lecture. And she's like, why are you going to the lecture? And he's like, you know, I'm in support. She gave them the look. That's what gave them a look. And started to walk away. Said, okay, fine, I'll see y'all tonight. Took Outback to walk across the pool because Felicia is standing over there. And Emma turns around and look at Gio. I was like, why did you tell her that you're going to the lecture with me? So he's like, I didn't think it was going to be a problem. It might be, because she knows that she wants her to stay away from that professor. So she already knows her grandma is working on something. And she is, because as soon as she saw Felicia, she went over there. Felicia's like, ooh, it looked like y'all was having a sour conversation. She's like, yeah, she's like, that's because I know my granddaughter's up to something. Damn. Anna, when do you sleep? Because it seemed like every morning you come out this joint with a whole other plan, figure it out. She tells her all about the professor and his lab, and that Emma really wants to get into that lab, and she knows that she's planning something tonight at that lecture. So she's trying to come up with a way to make it all go away or stop it. Well, she did, because after a few chats with Felicia, she done went and called the fire damn department. Yep, she did. Called the fire department, asked about some kind of cold, when the last time they had a cold. By the end of the episode, baby, they done locked that whole campus down. Okay, it is shut down for some fire code violation. Emma was sitting there because, we got an outing with Trina at the pool. So she was given a call back from the place, and they let her know that the lecture was canceled because of some fire codes. So she's telling Gio at the end, it's canceled, and I know my grandmother got something to do with it. Of course, Gio's just oblivion. He's like, huh? What you talking about? You really think she could do that? Of course she could do that, and she have. So he's like, so what we going to do now? Because remember, Gio was supposed to be the one sneaking in the lab while she kept Professor Dalton busy. I don't know how you was going to keep him busy, because that kind of sounds sleazy to me. But she's like, I can't wait for an opportunity. I'm going to have to make the opportunity. All right, Emma. I think they did get the wrong person to be the WSB agent, because this girl got all the fire. Now we got Drew meeting with Martin because he wants to know what they can do to save Willow and help her get her kids back. Martin is explaining that showdown in the courtroom didn't help any, and it might be a long time before anything could be done about that. I don't know. Not too long, Martin. Something about the hit. So then Drew goes and says, we got to find a way, either find dirt on Michael or find dirt on Sonny. Of course, Martin is like, listen, you think that's safe? And over there trying to find dirt on Michael is one thing, but you want me to do something about Sonny or find something piece on Sonny? Martin, you need to tell Drew that your price then went triple for that request. Today we get the Davis girls, just like I said before when she went to the wedding all along. She called the girls at the Metro Court to ask them for some encouragement because she wants to meet up with Drew, which is right over across the room, to discuss more visits to see Scout. I don't know why this Alexis is all of a sudden asking, like, girl, what happened to your grandma fire? Because you's a lawyer and you know Drew. You know some stuff. So why don't you go over there and, excuse me, sir, but I ain't seen my granddaughter in quite some time, and you better get your act together and make it happen before I do a little dancey dance. You know, what are you doing? Instead, she's in oh, no, I know. I just want to make sure I'm asked for the right thing. And the girls is like, you know what? We should be outspoken more, too. Don't worry, we'll support you. Just remember you're doing this for Sam. She just wants to see a little bit of more Scout around. Maybe take her to New York for a little trip before school. And then this and that and third. Like, she got all these plans that she done thought of to discuss the Drew with, but nobody thought that number one plan. DC, this man is plotting to move, Alexis. Hello? Nobody paying attention here? Remember, I said Kristina plan is working. I don't know what in the right thing is going on here, but Cody met Ava at the pool like she asked, and yeah, y'all saw that today. I mean, she goes in and explains to him, oh, I didn't even think, no, she said, it was my surprise that when I reached out to you about meeting to the pool that you was already here. He was like, oh yeah, it's a nice hot day. Who wouldn't daydream about being at the pool? So then she goes, well, I invited Rick, but he had to work. So then he was like, well, he's an idiot. Yeah, well, you're more an idiot getting involved in the cobweb of Ava Jerome, but you want to find out. So she goes, yeah, I know, right? It is way too hot to be stuck at work. And he was like, no, I mean, he's an idiot because he passed up on a day to spend with you. Ooh, Cody Bell. A good one there. Who said he couldn't put on some charm? Then that charm done worked the pants off for Ava because she batted her eyes, gave him a melted look, and then we're sitting here chilling. She asked to pass the ice water, and now we're doing this here. Yeah. Well, he goes and says, the last time I got this close to you, he gave me a slapperoo. So, I don't want to make the wrong move. And she's like, oh no, we're good. And lands him a kiss. Now, I don't know after that kiss if Cody's going to be still Cody or if he's going to be under a spell because he looked like he falling too. Cody. It looked like you got a problem as well. Yeah, Kristina walked in just as they're playing ice play, and she gets to witness all of this. So yes, your plan is working, Kristina. Bravo. Y'all better hurry up. The clock is ticking at this point, for real. So then she hurries up and exits out of here because she had left Alexis and Molly at the Metro Court downstairs to see if they were up there in first place because Molly and Kristina was going to go upstairs and wait for Alexis until she got done talking to Drew about Scout. And, well, she came upstairs to see if Cody was up there, and yes, he is. So Kristina hurried up and ran back downstairs and ran into Molly and was like, you know what? We could go to the lake. It's too loud teenagers upstairs. Let's go to the lake and chill for the day. And Molly was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's too loud teenagers right there. Because, I don't know, after that ice play, they're going to have ice play back at her place. Brooklyn and Sunny was in this episode. I mean, it wasn't really needed. She just called him over to discuss the whole Rocco thing. First, 1 minute she's saying, yeah, I did it on purpose. And the next minute she's saying, but I ain't leave the file out there on purpose. But you just said you did. Anyway, it was a drawn out conversation. I ain't need to hear about this. She also told him about the deception business, that the girls took a vote and they won. And no one's going to say anything about the business. But however, Lucy already broke that because she over there spilling her guts over there to the wrong man. Sidwell, of all people. Child, this dog getting Anna in more trouble than worth it. Because as she's sitting there having a meeting with Laura, she's telling Laura about all the things that they do have proof for Sidwell and the things that they believe he did. Now, everything that she said they believe he did is the things that us fans know he did. Know he paid Ms. Wu men to do the firebomb. She knows that his men also off Ms. Wu men and trying to plant it on Sunny and them. So they know these things, but they can't prove it. But anyway, as they sitting there discussing that, freaking Mabel, remember her? How behind come barging in Laura's office talking about she wants to put a complaint because it's a criminal living in her building. You know which building that is? Anna's. Freaking Anna got me. Why are we in this building? She is upset because Anna has a dog in the building and it's clearly against the rules, and she has proof. She even has audio of the Outback barking her head off. Sorry. And she wants Laura to do something. She's like, God forbid you're sitting over here chatting it up with one criminal after we already know you have dealings with another criminal. See, right there would have put a shoe up your criminal ass barging in my office without a meeting and without knocking. So after they got rid of annoying behind Maple, Laura made it known to Anna. She's like, listen, Maple is not going to stop if we don't do something about our bet. So I'm sorry, you're going to have to find that dog another place to live. Now, who's going to adopt poor Outback now? Where's that lady who dog died? You know, the private eye lady. Maybe if y'all bump into her, maybe she'll come and get the dog off y'all hands or something. Because clearly, Anna can't have any pets, y'all. Child Martin had a busy day. So Rick called Martin for a meeting. And he thought it was to discuss about Willow's case. No. He wants to hire Martin as his lawyer. Ain't that something? Yes, a lawyer needing a lawyer. Guess why he wanted a lawyer, y'all? You thought it, because he wants to separate all ties with Ava freaking Jerome. Sir, this is what I mean right now. You slimy as they come. So he wants to separate all ties with Ava, and she can't know until the absolute last minute. Meanwhile, he had a nice little short conversation with Liz back at the hospital, talking about her being a painting, getting into her painting again. And he said something about the lines, you never know if you find an obituary or some sponsor or something like that. Had me thinking right then. I said, well, yeah, you know what? This actor is only supposed to be here for a short time and not a long time, not permanent anyway. So unless they change that with the whole switcheroo and Lucky, which y'all really disappointed us with, we're looking at him to probably be around for a couple more months, which means that they are definitely going to go down this road of Slick Rick and Elizabeth sparking their romance just for him to be taken out. That's how I see it, and that's how I call it. Let me know when it happens.